Hello everybody, my name is Connor, or NobleAsta, whatever you want to call me, and I am here with another game. I am playing against Sakazuki, but I am this time playing Animal Kingdom Reiju. I got this build from Luffy TCG. He's super awesome, one of my favorite One Piece content creators, and when I saw him playing this on the sim, I said, oh, that looks so fun, I need to build it right away. So I did, and I decided to play it on this tournament. So this tournament takes place on Saturdays, which is super great because I've realized that when I play Reiju on the weekdays, I cannot, like after work, I cannot remember to do her leader ability. So I had been playing her a couple times before this, and just before I started recording, and forgetting her leader ability a lot and all that stuff. So this tournament was a much better showing for me, and it made me really happy. So I go first. I go ahead, get my one Dawn and pass turn. I like what I have in my hand. I see a lot of counter, and I see Queen, which is always good. I really do like the Queen build the Queen in this build. I mean, I feel like in any purple deck, Queen is so good. So he goes ahead. Tashigi's shirt searches and grabs the event that bottoms 2 cards, and then Tashigi searches again and grabs a Houndblaze. He's got the rare Tashigis. Very nice cards. He's definitely blinged out that Sakazuki deck. So we draw a Who's Who, which I'm not mad about. I like having Who's Who on this turn, and I just decide to go 7 into life. Trying to figure out trying to see if I can get some cards out of his hand or get some life, and he takes it, and then I tap the 1 to play Who's Who, and I go ahead and I'm searching, and I think out of this, since I have to grab Animal Kingdom, I think I grab, I would assume the 4 drop. Because I'm making sure that Gum Gum is Gum Gum is water 7, which is a bummer. If it was Animal Kingdom though, I think it'd be way too good. So I end up grabbing the ulti and pass. Not bad. I do like that. I do like the ulti card. I feel like when I play this deck, I use it not very well. So in the One Piece. In my One Piece game right now, I am trying several different decks. Just trying to find something that I want to play. So yeah, I play Animal Kingdom Reiju. I play a little more Law. I built Zoro. I ended up playing Zoro after I told you guys that I wouldn't ever play Zoro. But I also said I would never play, what's his name? Katakuri, and I'm building that deck. So they go ahead, swing, I counter out with page 1 because I don't have the ulti combo on me. They play Rebecca into Hina. Not bad. I think I just go ahead and drop a Queen here, honestly. Because I get some draw with Queen and with Reiju ability. So yeah, I tap 5, drop my Queen. Dawn -1. I draw 2, and I think in this case I'd probably trash Sakaido, and then Reiju ability, and I get the 7-drop kid. Love the 7-drop kid, so good. And I'll just go 5 into Hina, try and get her off the board. Just because I don't one less swing to deal with. He goes ahead, counters out with Borsalino, and passes turn. I'm fine with that. I don't feel like I see a lot of the Borsalino be too much of an issue when I play against Sakazuki. But I know he can be, so I'm absolutely okay with the countering out here. I've got a decent amount of counters in my hand, and I have the 0-cost event if I need it. But he gets a 3rd Tashigi. His board is looking very shiny, compared to my board, which is not shiny and not very full, but I feel like I had more, I think the lowest, besides Who's Who, excuse me, I feel like I have mostly 5 or 4 and up in this deck. So he is going ahead, taps 2. I think he plays out a Helmeppo and he minus his queen. And he taps another 2, bottom decks both of them, which is unfortunate. I still have 4 life, so I can counter out with who's who. I think I will, because at this point in the game, I don't feel like I need the search. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with what I had in my hand. He swings 6 into life, and I take it, get the X-Drake, which is always really nice, and we get the Law. I really love that 4-cost Law. I definitely want to put him in more purple decks. I feel like he's just so good, especially against, like, yellow and like Uta and, like, things that just grab, like, it gets so much in their hand, like Pudding, Law, like, so good. So I go ahead, swing 5 into Hina, see what he wants to do here. Either he Rebecca blocks it or he counters out. I'm okay with either. So he does do that. I think I end up playing this 7-cost kid here, and I realized that, oh, I should have held off on swinging with Reiju. Or at least that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm trying to count how much Dawn I have and all that stuff. And I know at some point I play the 7-cost kid after swinging my leader, and I'm like, I don't know if it's here, though. I can't count how many Dawn I have. So I end up playing another queen. I'm totally okay with that. Get more in my hand. My hand is looking massive at this point. I get the Thunder Bagua. I really like Thunder Bagua. I only run 1 in this deck because that's what the King Luffy TCG ran, and I just copied his list. I'm not gonna lie. So I keep 1 Dawn up. I think I should have put it on Reiju and swung with 6, but I didn't, and that might have been a misplay here. I do I run some of the 1-cost events in this set? I don't think so, actually. I think I'm working on trying to build a Kaido list myself, so I'm getting a little confused here with the but I figure at this point, okay, I have 1 Dawn up. I'm just gonna try and, like, bait him into thinking I'm running what is it, Blast Breath? Or one of the 1-cost events. I don't think Blast Breath is it. Oh, it is Blast Breath. I have one on my desk right next to me. Convenient. So I figure why not try and bait him into thinking that. I mean, it's not like, sure, I should have swung with 6, but this isn't terrible. And I am pretty nervous, like, during this game. I am pretty nervous. Like, it's my first time recording me playing Animal Kingdom Reiju. And you know, my opponent is, I think I mentioned in the last video, because he is the last Sakazuki I played in the last video. He is a very talented player, and he's an absolute menace on Sakazuki. And this was the first match of the day. Thankfully, it was a Saturday, so I had a little bit more brain power. But yeah, so I end up taking life after he swung, and I get the Gum Jet Gatling out of life, which is huge. We love the ramp. You'd love to see it. I'm at 9 Dawn now, so I'm feeling... It's always nice to get to 9 Dawn. So I get another ulti. I'm kind of regretting trashing that Kaido earlier at this point. I don't feel like I was really hurting for the counters. But yeah, it is kind of a bummer that I can't 9-cost Kaido on this turn. So I end up tapping... Well, I don't even have 9. Never mind, I can't count. So I get my kid, which I love this card. I give Reiju +1 Reiju ability, and I get the Black Maria. And then I go 7. Do I go into life or into Hina? I can't remember. I feel like I go into Hina, just to try and get that body off the board. I'm not sure how I feel about that play. I think at this point he still has 3 life, if I'm not mistaken. The overlay will let you guys know, but yeah, I think that's 3 over there. So he's got some little guys on board, and I've got the kid. I really, as I've said, love that kid. It's such a good card. Yeah, I just started deck 10 was so good. I am a little nervous for the new starter decks coming out, especially the black yellow, like the 3 brothers. I have no idea how to play. Like, I just lose on the sim every time I play them. especially the Luffy dude. Such a pain. But he goes 6 into lead and minuses the Captain Kid, and I give him a 2k with the ulti. I have another ulti in hand, and I don't think I have a page 1 in hand. Oh no, I do have a page 1. So yeah, I say, okay, I only need 1. So I will do that. And then he goes ahead and brings out Hina, minuses my my Captain Kid again, which I'm trying to find. Oh, she's at 6k. Those dice, that's the 6. I get some I start using some better dice in the future. I don't like that company, so I'll stop using their dice. And he bottom decks the kid, which sucks. Honestly, it sucks. But you know, that's Sakazuki doing Sakazuki things, you know. And then he swings. What is that? 5 into me. Yeah, something like that. Anyway. I go ahead and I'm trying to counter. Oh no, he's got to swing 6. Oh, he Hound Blazed. That's right. So he swings 8, I think. I mean, 8 or 7. I can't math. But he swings. I end up using 2 1Ks to counter out. So yeah, it must have been 7. And I'm back to being a little 5K Reiju, which is a bummer. And he got rid of the kid, which. At this point, I'm like, oh no, like, what can I do? What can I do? I don't know. I don't have any of my big bodies. I have a bunch of little guys. I could page 1 ulti to get 2 on board, but if he has another double bottom event, like, that would stink. But, like, I don't know. So I think I end up playing Black Maria. That's what that's telling me. Or I'm keeping 2 up for the Thunder Bagua. I know I counted out with Black Maria. So yeah, I must be trying to keep 2 up for Thunder Bagua. I'll go ahead and play the X-Drake, -1, just because he has not a lot of cards in hand. And so this gets him to get rid of 1. So he ends up getting rid of a 2k counter, which is nice. So I swing 5 into Helmeppo to get him off the board. I'm not the no, I don't hate that play. I just don't know if it was the right play, honestly. And yeah, so I end up doing the page 1 ulti play just to get bodies on my board, which yeah, makes sense. I'm okay with that. Get the X-Drake, get him to minus a card out of his hand, and then page 1 ulti so that hopefully some of my stuff can stick this turn, and I can start kind of attacking him, because he's still at 3 life. I haven't been able to hit him at all in the past several turns. And yeah, he's got a decent hand size even with the X-Drake. He plays another Tashigi, so that's all 4 of his pretty Tashigis coming out of his hand. And I'm feeling much better at this point in the game, because I do have some board presence finally. It only took me like half the game, actually more than half the game. But he is getting some removal off of search. He minuses the page 1 after using the Great Eruption that he just pulled. So he minuses 2 to page 1, so it becomes a 2. And he gets the brand new, gets the search off, and oh man, that's a pretty good search. I don't know which one. I don't remember which one he takes. The Ice Age. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. So he's using a lot of removal here, which I personally am okay with. To deal with what's on my board, and my thought is, if he uses what he has for removal now, he won't be able to remove later. So he minuses 1 to ulti after swinging. He swings 5 with the Hina, and I counter out with the Law Blocker. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. I know that. Oh, that's huge. So he swings 6, and I take it, and I get the kid, which is, you'd love to see some ramp, honestly. So yeah, he minuses those 2, but I do keep something on board. You love to see it. and he's sending those guys back to the bottom of his deck. Yeah, I'm thinking next turn. I think at this point I'm trying to decide if I want to play king, or if I want to get the blocker out. And I feel like at this point in the game, I don't know, man. That's tough, honestly. And as I mentioned, this video was like a week ago at this point. You know, I like to record and edit in advance. That way I can do all the fun stuff I do when I edit and not have to be rushed. So I'm at 9 done, is that right? And I'm separating them out. I separate things out so freaking weird, dude. So I swing 5 into Hina. I'm having deja vu. We hate Hina in this house. And here you can see I'm trying to decide, do I want to, you know, do I want to play king? Do I want to play kid? I'm counting how much Dawn I have. Yeah, as you can see, real bad at math. That is my slogan. And I end up playing king. And I think I go ahead and, yeah, I get rid of Lucci. Which, yeah, that's what I would have done. Good job, past me. And I draw a card with Reiju ability, and I get a little something, not bad. And I go ahead swing 6 with ulti, and I keep the 2 up for Thunder Bagua, just because I know I'm getting low on life, and that is not a place I want to be. I don't want to be low on life. He counters out with another Virgo, which I'm okay with that. I can assume that he runs about 4. And that's 4 2K counters. And then I'm not... Well, I know there's Subaru as a 2K. And I don't think we've seen any Subarus or many Subarus this game. So I can... He's got 2 in hand. So I can estimate that there's a decent amount of 2Ks in his deck. But maybe both in hand are 2Ks. Who knows? But it's just something to keep in mind. And he swings 7 into ulti, and I decide to Thunder Bagua to save her. And I go ahead and ramp a Dawn. Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. I am struggling to keep bodies on my board, so saving ulti with Thunder Bagua I'm okay with that. I do like Thunder Bagua. I wouldn't mind running some more in this, but I don't know. Maybe not in this one. Maybe it's something I should look into running in Blurple Kaido. So I go ahead, use X Drake and ulti to counter out of the 7K swing from Hina. I'm trying at this point to stay alive. He swings big into brand new. And I'm saying, okay, I can jet gabbling. Otherwise, I don't know. And I end up taking it and get another page 1 ulti combo. Not mad about that. So it's looking pretty dire for me. He hasn't taken some life in a while. So that is pretty rough. I think at this point, what do I do at this point, man? I'm feeling like I'm up a creek without a paddle. Like, he hasn't taken some life. I'm struggling. I go ahead and I tap 5, play out kid, which I am okay with. I swing 5 at Brando just to kind of clear body, try and get him less on his board, less to hit me with next turn, so that I can potentially do something. And I go ahead and X Drake and get my life back with kid and draw. And he goes ahead and there she is, trashes Subaru. So I swing 6 with leader into Hina, and he's got to let her go. And then I swing 6 into life, and he takes. So I'm sitting a little better now, but I am feeling like things are pretty rough. I do have a decent hand. I have lots of counters and the 0 cost event. So he has 2 swings potentially coming at me. And I bonk the camera there. My bad. Yeah, so 2 swings potentially coming at me. And he's at 2 life. And I'm at none. So I'm not sure if he is going to go for the the what is that, the board. Oh my gosh. I did just kind of wake up not that long ago, so my brain is not working. But yeah, so he goes ahead, great eruptions. I think, yeah, he's gonna try and get Kid off the board so that I can't block with him. And I think at this point I end up, you know, where I say I don't utilize blockers, I think talking about that and realizing that definitely helped me. And I feel like, so he trashes the double event, or the double bottoming event, which is nice. He ice ages Kid, so Kid is at 0. He taps 2 and he Hound Blazes bottom decks Kid. That's right. I was ready to absolutely block with Kid. So yeah, he Hound Blazes with Sakazuki, or he puts the Hound Blaze on Sakazuki if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he could have put it on Tashigi, but I'm pretty sure he put it on Sakazuki. And at this point, I am thinking, oh man, I don't know. And we talked about it after game, and he played. I think he played the entire game really well. I think that I ended up being pretty lucky that I was able to survive. So he right there, he was trying to debate on if he went for lethal with Sakazuki or if he went for board, and he ends up going for lethal, and I end up countering out. I have the 0 cost event, and I show him like I'm gonna counter out, and he's like, oh, can you split it out? And I'm like, yeah, sorry. Like at this point I'm freaking out. I draw the ulti, and I'm like, okay, I have to go for lethal. I have 3 bodies on 4 bodies including lead. I have to go for lethal. He's got 1 blocker. He's got 1 in hand. So he ends up taking the first swing with X Drake, and he uses the Great Eruption, and I end up having to trash my only card in hand, which I'm like, okay, that's not great, but not terrible. I swing in with ulti, and at this point, I'm like, okay, like I have to split. If I don't split my Dawn up right, this can be really bad. So I swing with Reiju, and he doesn't have the counter, and we end up getting it. And yeah, we're just talking about the end of the game. This game was really fun for me. Like I felt like I was really nervous a lot of the game, and my opponent is one of the best players in the local scene here. So when I got matched up against him first round, I was like, oh man, like I don't want to take the L first round. But I ended up getting a little bit lucky, especially with having enough counter to counter out of that massive swing. That was huge. So yeah, honestly, really, really close game. I feel pretty confident about how I played that. Not to, pat my own back, but he did say I played that really well, so it feels good for me. Always love when the top players in the local scene, help me hype up my ego, give me a little bit of an ego. But that is going to do it for this game, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this game, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you will ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.